If you've been around League of Legends for a while, then you should know the 2 golden rules of League of Legends. Number 1 is to never ever chase Singed. It never ends well, yet us idiots keep doing it. Why? Because it's fun. But number 2 is the most important. And no, it's not to never surrender. Fuck that. If the game is lost and people are moaning in game, FF that shit. Save your mental health. Nope. The second rule is that everything is the jungler's fault. No ganks in your lane, jungler's fault. Missed your cannon minion, jungler's fault. Shit wave management, jungler's fault. Your mom doesn't love you, jungler's fault. Your father left for milk and never came back, jungler's fault. The United States tanking the world economy by nearly $40 trillion, you guessed it, jungler's fault. At this point, most of us who play this godforsaken role has come to accept it. It's part of us now. We are pretty much dead inside, full clearing in-game and out. When you flame us, it's pretty inefficient because you can't say anything to me that I have not said to myself. You have no power in my game. When the flame ramps up, I turn on some classical music and I vibe to that shit. Your pain and suffering in lane is my amusement, especially when you're complaining in chat. But for new junglers, oh boy are they in for a surprise. They are never quite ready for the amount of abuse this role generates. And if you are me and you run a channel based on teaching people how to jungle, you get so many questions about it, and it's time to answer these questions once and for all. You see, most roles don't have any real responsibility, at least not outside the Apex tiers. You start the game, you lane, and if you win your lane, you're useful whenever some idiot gets caught and a random 5 vs 5 breaks out. If you won your lane, you should have just enough damage to win the stupid fight. That's it, really. There's no systematic approach for most roles. Things just happen and develop in one way or the other, depending on the player's experience. For the jungle role, in order to succeed, you must have some sort of plan and follow that plan. Else you get caught in the chaos and you will fall behind. And then people will start taking your camps and you will get nothing. No damage, no gold, no kills, no pressure, nothing. Just follow your AD carry around like a dog while they give you instructions. Yeah, good boy, there you go. Sit, engage, peel me, good boy. And I have an ego. And everyone who plays jungle have an ego. And we don't really like that because we want to kill people. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I get very frequently. And hopefully it makes sense to you and you get a better idea of what to do when playing jungle. So here we go. My top laner is inting. What can I do? I always get confused when I get this question because I haven't thought about it in a long time. But then I remember that the new junglers haven't unlocked the premium jungle map for Summoner's Rift. Top lane doesn't exist. This is your map. The Baron Pit is the top part of the map. Nothing else exists here. On a more serious note, in lower elos, top lane is the home of bruisers and fighters and severe ADHD. People will always fight and test their limits, and even if you path top lane to help, any lead you generate here is pretty useless, since they will either give it back again or split push with that gold and not really participate in any fight. Even if the enemy top laner is fed, they will most likely overextend later in the game and die and give back tons of gold and XP. So don't worry about top lane. Next question. What champion should I pick to climb faster? You should look up tier lists on YouTube, made by pro players and challenger streamers. Nobody can make a better tier list than somebody that has never really played in low elo or knows what it's like to gank bot lane 5 times and give 5 kills to Jhin so he can build static shiv and rapid fire cannon and deal 0 damage. I clearly don't want to pull a Pep Guardiola after a few diamond games. End of sarcasm. To answer the question, pick 2 champions, stick with them only, and stop swapping around so much, even if you lose. So many games can be winnable if you are just comfortable on your champion and you know exactly how much damage you can produce or how much damage you can tank up in those scenarios where the enemy team fucks up and gives you an opportunity to get back into the game. My personal view is that the more versatile the champion is, the better they are. And that's why I love champions like Jarvan, Nocturne and Udyr. They can be damaged when they need to be, or tanky or bruiser. They are always useful and that's the most important thing you can play in flip elo. So don't listen too much to challenger players that give tips that don't really apply to low elo. Listen to yourself and what you like to play and get good at that. Next question, how do I win in the mid game? Who to focus, when to fight? I feel like this is where most people get lost. Early game is repetitive game after game. Kill camps, recall. Kill camps, recall. Kill camps, flame support, recall. It's in the mid game where the game truly becomes the Wild West and the most throws happen. To break it down and make things a bit extremely easy and streamlined, you need to adapt a new mindset in the mid game. We need to start fishing for the enemy team. When we get picks, we can force fights with a numbers advantage or threaten to do bigger objectives, Dragon, Herald, Atakan or Baron. Swapping over to red trinket and creating fog of war for the enemy team is extremely important. People between iron and low masters are really bad at playing around what they can't see, and most of the time they will overextend and die. As a jungler, you should farm the camps on the side you plan on playing for and secure that area. Sweep vision, hide in a bush, and be ready for the idiot that grabs the bait and pull them in. You have successfully fished an idiot. People have practically no map awareness below Grandmaster, and if a fight randomly happens in the jungle, it's very common for people to follow up for no reason and die with the idiot who got caught in the first place. Just be patient in the mid game. Don't force anything unless it is completely free. Play in your little pocket and think about what the enemy team could be doing on the map and how to best punish them. Don't be afraid to sacrifice a few people on your team. Ping your 39% win rate thresh with 200 games to go in and fish for a hook. Maybe he lands it, maybe he doesn't. Let the enemy team kill him, and while they do that, you engage on their carries and you try to win the fight on your own terms. Learn how to use everything at your disposal. This is why knowing the champion you play and how much you can do is really important. If you're first timing a champion or you have less than 50 games on it and you come to that scenario where you need to step up, you don't really know how much you can do with your champion, and that's going to hinder you. That's why focusing on 2 or 3 champion is a must if you want to climb in the jungle role, or any role for that matter. Next question. How do I win in the late game? Kill Baron and push lanes. That's it. Sweep vision on Baron, and if there's no ward on it, you can blow the thing up in like 10 seconds. Use Baron powered minions and get every lane pushing. Not 1, not mid lane, not 2, all 3 lanes. If the enemy team has heavy engage in their comp, then you want to split pressure. So you exhaust all their options and you split them up. You never want to take them on head on because you play towards their strength. They have a 5v5 teamfight comp, we don't want to play 5v5. If the enemy team has no disengage, then you could dive them 5 versus 5. Just understand your role and play your best. Are you a damage dealer? Deal as much damage without dying. Are you a damage soaker? Position yourself to protect your carries. Focus down towers and let the waves stack up on each other and do the work for you. Be patient. Most of the throws that happen in the late game are when you think you are unstoppable and you randomly get one shot by full tank Malphite and now the game is doomed. Sit back, relax, and just play in a calculated manner. And the final question, how do I stop losing so much? It's actually quite simple. You focus on yourself and what you can do. That's it. You can't win every game, and you won't win every game. Riot has designed matchmaking around this very fact. If you play 100 games, you should aim to win 55 of them. If you do that, then you are climbing towards your true elo. If you win 44, then something is wrong on your end and you need to fix that. If you win 70 games out of 100, then you are in lower elo than where you should be, and you are climbing at a rapid rate. Even challenger players sit on 48 to 52% win rate. Losses don't mean shit in League of Legends. All they are is more data for you to analyze and find patterns of mistakes that you often make. If you lose a lot, then it's great, because now you should be able to find some key errors very fast so you can fix them. And if you win a lot, then the same mistakes that you make will be very difficult to find, and it will take you a long time to fix those. Hopefully this video has brought you more insight to the jungle role and what your attitude should be around it. If people flame you, so what? They are still bad players. Mute them, focus on what you can do, and with time I promise you that you will learn to love this role. But that's gonna be it for this video. Sub if you enjoy, like if Yumi should be deleted, and see you next time. Goodbye.